Hare Hare. जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे. जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय. जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद. निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सच्ची श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सच्ची श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णवविंद की जय. नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद की जय. जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय. गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय. भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय. ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय. नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय. श्रीक्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोलो. ऑल गुरुष्ट समल्लिवल्ली ऑल गुरुष्ट समल्लिवल्ली ऑल गुरुष्ट समल्लिवल्ली ऑल गुरुष्ट टू श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरांगा ऑल गुरुष्ट टू श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. You are the friend of the most fallen. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजजनरंजन। जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजजनरंजन। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 संकीर्तन की श्री गोपाल की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जायेमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Reading from Canto 6, Chapter 18, Text 74. Aradhana Bhagavata Yamana Nirashisha Etu nechanti api param te swartha kushala smruta. Aradhana Bhagavata Yamana Nirashisha Etu nechanti api param te swartha kushala smruta. Aradhana Bhagavata Yamana Nirashisha Etu nechanti api param te swartha kushala smruta. Aradhanam Bhagavata Yamana Nirashisha Etu nechanti api param te swartha kushala smruta. Aradhana Bhagavata
यमाना निराशिष तेषु नेच्छन्ति अपि परम् ते स्वात कुशलाश्रित आराधनं भगवत यमाना निराशित तेषु नेच्छन्ति अपि परम् ते स्वाथ कुशला स्मृता। माताजी आराधनं भगवत यमाना निराशिष हेतु नेच्छन्ति अपि परम् ते स्वार्थ कुशला स्मृता। Aradhanam, the worship, Bhagavata, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ihamana, being interested in. Nirashisha, without material desires. Ye, those who, tu, indeed, na ichchatim, do not desire. Api, even. Param, liberation. Te, they. Swa-artha, in their own interest. Kushala, expert. Smarata, are considered. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Ekti Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: although those who are interested only in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not desire anything material from the Lord and do not even want liberation, Lord Krishna fulfill all their desires. Purport: when Dhruva Maharaj saw Lord Vishnu, he declined to take any benedictions from him, for he was fully satisfied by seeing the Lord. Nonetheless, Lord is so kind that because Dhruva Maharaj in the beginning had desired a kingdom greater than his father's, he was promoted to Dhruva Loka, the best planet in the universe. Therefore, in the Shastra it is said, Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udarita Trivirena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he is full of material desires, free from material desires, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the Personality of Godhead. Bhagavatam 2.3.10. One should engage in full devotional service. Then, even though he has no desires, whatever desires he previously had can all be fulfilled simply by his worship of the Lord. The actual devotee does not desire even liberation, anya bilashata shunyam. The Lord, however, fulfills the desire of the devotee by awarding him opulence that will never be destroyed. A karmi's opulence is destroyed, but the opulence of a devotee is never destroyed. A devotee becomes more and more opulent as he increases his devotional service to the Lord. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tan Swajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitancha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratsvise Namaha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Although those who are interested only in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead do not desire anything material from the Lord and do not even want liberation, Lord Krishna fulfills all their desires. Hare Krishna. So first of all, I would like to take blessings of all the senior Vaishnavas, those who are assembled here, so that I can glorify Bhagavatam and which will help me to purify myself. So here, the title of the chapter is Diti's vows to kill Indra. Diti vows. Okay, he take a vow, just like we take a vows in the initiation. It's like something like, okay, we cannot break that. So Diti has taken this vow to kill the Indra. So theme of this verse, what we are reading today, is about the expert devotees. What expert devotee should do throughout his life, or what he should aspire. That's the theme of the today's verse. So here Indra is talking about devotional service. So Indra is a head of demigods, head of heavenly planets, and his subject is all the demigods only. Okay, so he is playing many times the role of Mishra Bhakta. So here, this chapter or section is the revelation of the greatness of devotional service. How devotional service is powerful, and how devotional service is bring out one to the pure platform. So Kashyapa Muni has two wives. One wife is Diti and one is Aditi. So Diti is the mother of all these asuras, and Aditi is the mother of all the suras, devatas. So can you imagine what kind of family is there? In one family, Sura and Asura, both the combination is there. But Kashyapa Muni is playing the role, okay, as a service to the Lord, playing the role of a husband with this variegated nature of both the wives. So actually, it's very interesting to note here in the sections of Bhagavatam that Kashyapa Muni gives the similar kind of instruction to both the wives, although they belong to the Sura and Asura category. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto, we see that Aditi is morose. And why she is morose? Because this her children, which is headed by Indra, they were defeated by Bali Maharaj. And here they lost prestige, they lost devotional service, they lost all the material opulence, everything. And because of that, she is morose. Now Kardama Muni is under meditation, but sometimes he also takes break in between. So when he breaks in the meditation, he understands the situation of the wife and he asks the reason. And she tells that I want a son who can protect her son Indra and all the demigods. Now Aditi and Diti both are like a chess lady. They serve their husband in such a way as a dharma of their wife. and they pleased the Kashyapa Muni. And therefore the Kashyapa Muni agreed to fulfill that desire. So Kashyapa Muni told his wife Aditi to do a payavrat, okay, follow the chastity, follow certain rules and regulation, and she will have a son who will protect the Indra. Now similar kind of instruction he gave to another wife also, Diti, to follow the vrata Punsavan, where she will get a son who will kill Indra, like that. So he gave all the rituals of both the vrata, and of course in the pages of Bhagavatam also it is explained. So if you see, actually in this material world we cannot satisfy all the people. It's very difficult to satisfy all the people. Therefore the scriptures recommend that yatha taro mula nisechanena truppanti taskanda bhujo poshaka pranopaharacha yathendriyana tathaiva sarva vadivichitena. Bhagavatam talks that you pour the water at the root of the tree. When you pour the water at the root of the tree, all the branches of the tree will get nourished. Everything will get nourished. Otherwise, we cannot satisfy all the people in this world. If you satisfy few people, others will get dissatisfied. And same thing we hear that happen in the pastime of Chitraketu. He tried to satisfy one wife, other wife becomes upset with him and they poison the son. So you see the world according to your particular state of consciousness. In this world, when we deal with other person, when we respond other person, when we respond with other personality, what is our state of consciousness, that matters a lot. And accordingly we react, we respond, we deal with that person. If you have a good state of consciousness, we'll also respond accordingly, like that. So here Indra has an attachment to his many what we can say, the palaces, to his post, to his position, and like that. So therefore Indra, along with the demigods, he approaches to Vishnu. Even in the pastime of Lord Narsimhadev and Hiranyakashipu, we saw that Indra has lost his position. All the demigods, they lost their position because Hiranyakashipu's what we can say, the sadhana, what he was doing, we can say, that was so powerful, that was threatening even the heavenly planets and all other planets. So he became very insecure that Hiranyakashipu will take over everything. And Indra is in the mood of like Tatenu Kampa Sushamikshamano, with that level. So he goes to the Lord and prays. And Lord says, wait, I'll not come on your request, but soon I'll come on the request of Prahlad Maharaj. I'll appear as Lord Narsimhadev, and automatically all the opulence, heavenly planet, post and position will be restored, like that. So here we see that Diti, she is not having much aggravation towards Lord Krishna or Prahlad Maharaj, but towards Indra. Because Indra told Lord Vishnu, and then Lord Vishnu has to kill Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu both, like that. So here we can understand when this Diti was knowing that this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu were killed because of the Indra, and both my sons, they are now dead, and Indra is peacefully living happily. So I cannot tolerate that. So I must make some plan to kill Indra. So she started serving her husband Kashyapa Muni very nicely. Kashyapa Muni gets pleased, and Kashyapa Muni when get pleased, because if you want to achieve the favor of any person, we have to please that person. Exactly in the same way, we want favor of the Lord, we have to please the Lord. As simple as that. Then Kashyapa Muni, because affection melts the heart of the person, and when his heart got melted, he asks, my dear wife, what you want? And she says that I want a son who can kill the Indra. As soon as Kashyapa Muni heard this, he became so, what we can say, upset and condemned himself. What I said, why I promised, I now fell in the trap of this, my wife. I should have not done this. Why? Because Kashyapa Muni was aware that Indra, he is also devotee and he is acting on behalf of the Lord. So how can he kill Indra? But still Kashyapa Muni agrees for that. And Kashyapa Muni, because he has given a vow, and generally, if you see in the old days in the scriptures, we read great personalities when they give a vow. For them, it's like a either die or okay, that's something like that. So he decided to fulfill or maintain his vow like that. We see in the pastime of Bali Maharaj also. Bali Maharaj gave this world, and he asked, Lord asked him the 3 steps. And as soon as this pastime was going, Shukracharya, his spiritual master, was there. And Shukracharya said to Bali Maharaj, please don't do it. Don't give these 3 steps. Don't promise at all. Because Shukracharya understood who is this Lord Vamandev. So, Shukracharya said to Bali Maharaj, Jai Shri Shri Radha Kunj Bihari Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Shukracharya told Bali Maharaj, if you do this, I will curse you. Now please try to understand, Shukracharya, when there was a fight between Devatas and Demon in the pastime of Mohini Murti, that time all the Devatas, okay, or all the demons, they actually literally slaughtered. Okay, their limbs were broken, legs were broken. Shukracharya did austerity, he did yagya, and he brought back all his army. Pura limbs, legs, everything got assembled. He brought back Bali Maharaj also. He was dead, Bali Maharaj also. And now Shukracharya is telling Bali Maharaj to do something who has saved the life of Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj still it's not listening. So Shukracharya is saying, don't give because you are going to lose everything. But here we understand Shukracharya, he was not knowing about this Leela till the end. Up to certain point only he was knowing this Leela. So Bali Maharaj has to leave everything, and with this thought he was not able to get convinced because he was feeling like to preserve his honesty, because he has promised to preserve his honesty, and he said it's most important because Lord can tolerate anything, Mother Earth can tolerate anything, but how Mother Earth can tolerate the liars or cheaters who are standing on the earth? To set an example, Bali Maharaj used his free will. Bali Maharaj used his free will or this voluntarily surrendering to the this Vamandev. And Vamandev put 3 steps. And Vamandev started putting first step, second step, and Prahlad is watching. He said, Lord, please protect. And Vindhyavali is the wife of Bali Maharaj. She was also there. She also lost everything because his husband is losing everything. Wife also automatically loses everything. So now Lord is asking, where should I put my 3rd step? You promised me 3 steps. So Lord has literally chastised Bali Maharaj. And he was with this, what we can say, this robes and Varuna, all these, what we can say, other things are there which are holding him. So he said, Lord, he nodded his head, and he requested Lord to put his 3rd head on his, 3rd step on his head. As soon as he said that, Lord kept that head, and it has really touched the Lord Vamandev. And Lord Vamandev became so happy. Bali Maharaj has literally conquered the heart of Vamandev. And therefore the Vamandev gave Bali Maharaj a Sutala planet. He gave the position of doorkeeper, where personally the Lord also resides. And he gave the personal service to Bali Maharaj. So here we understand to show the world, that when we give our free will, Lord is conquered by that free will. Because like in ISKCON also, or in our organization, it's a voluntarily. All of us, we are sitting here voluntarily. Nobody is paid. And we are giving our free will to the Lord. And Lord is conquered, more and more our free will we surrender to Him, He is conquered by our that surrender. So as we understood here, Kashyapa is telling Aditi Payavrat to do this for getting getting Indra to protect. And Kashyapa Muni tells Diti to do Pumsavan Vrat for killing Indra. So basically, he tells some word about Indra Haran or something. Indra Haran means like, I don't know exact Sanskrit context, but like killer of Indra or it has another meaning, follower of Indra, like that. Because in Sanskrit, Dirgha Rasva carries lot of meaning actually. So, Kashyapa Muni tells Indra, he decides that okay, I'll give vrata to my wife, but along with vrata, he tells how to follow that vrata also. Not only telling the vrata, but he telling the details of vrata. How one day, 24 hours a day, you have to follow all that rituals and rules and regulation very strictly, like that. And this he has to follow for 1 year. Generally, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there are not much rules and regulation, correct? But in certain vratas or certain mantras, when we chant in the Shastra, that has to be chanted in a particular time of the day, particular context, particular, what we can say, sankalpa and all those. So, when Vamandev saw Shukracharya is sitting and he's asking his guru, can you tell the attributes of your disciple now? And Shukracharya was speechless, okay? Because he couldn't find any single fault in the disciple in his disciple about Bali Maharaj, like that. Because ultimately, Bali Maharaj did everything to please the Lord. Ata pumbir dvija shrestha varnashrama vibhagasya swanutishtasya dharmasya samsiddhi haritoshanam. If Lord is pleased, everything is pleased. And that's what Bali Maharaj has done. So Kardama Muni gives complex sacrifice to perform with two objectives. One objective is that Diti will get completely purified. If she follows this sacrifice for 1 year, this Pumsavan Vrat for 1 year, she will get completely purified. And second objective is that if she does mistake sooner or later, or she will do some mistake sooner or later, or she has to make mistakes sooner or later, that was also his understanding. But Diti is also very particular, very pakka. She followed that Vrata very strictly, very strictly. So these some rules of Punsavan Vrata, they are mentioned in the pages of Bhagavatam, how she followed for 1 day. So as he was following this Vrata, Indra understood. And Indra was observing. And he came and started serving there, nearby. Okay. And he was doing all the activities very nicely. Not out of love and devotion, but with some ulterior motive. That yes, I have to break her vow. And he was completely observant whether he can do some mistake or like that. Correct, na? During examination also sometimes supervisor is there. He is so alert and vigilant. Any student does any mistake, immediately he considers that as a copy or warn him, something like that. Correct, na? Similarly, Indra was completely vigilant and observant. So Diti was not making any mistake. But at one point of time, after her meal, Diti forgot to wash her mouth and directly she went for a sleep. Immediately Indra caught. As soon as that mistake was happened, she became weak. Immediately Indra entered in the womb of Diti. As he entered in the womb of Diti, she was carrying a child. Indra entered with his thunderbolt and she cut the child. Indra is cutting the child with thunderbolt, like that. And he cut into 7 pieces. As soon as he cut into 7 pieces, 7 small kids were born. Can you imagine? 7 small kids were born. And these kids were so happy, smiling. Why? Because they undergone through devotional service by the austerity of Diti. But Indra was aggrieved more. He said, "Are, ye to has rahe." Again he took one kid and again divided into 7. Each one into 7. 7, 7, 7. So how many? 7 into 7? 49. So 49 small kids were there. Okay. And these kids were looking to the Indra like this. Okay. Sometimes we see some tall tree, na? How we can see. Or imagine for ant. How will we see? If ant or cockroaches, they are looking at us. 6 feet high, 5 feet high. Like that. So all these children were getting that feeling. So here, as soon as they saw Indra, they said that we are your friends, we are your follower, we are not your enemy. The small kids are saying on their small voices. It immediately touched Indra. Correct. Now when baby speaks, immediately it touches. Small children speak, it touches. So Indra said, "Oh, you are all devotees." Like that. So if you see here, as mother sacrifices, okay, children will also become, okay, devotee, like that. So Indra understood, as her mother has done a lot of sacrifice and this vrata and spent 1 year completely in the devotional service, they also got benefited and they became rather devatas now. They are in the my army now, not in demonic army. So you can imagine this scene. Diti is there, Indra is there, because Diti was taking nap. But Diti also woke up and Diti saw 49 kids and Indra is sitting. Okay? And she is asking how it has happened. How these 49 kids have come. And then Indra is explaining. And Indra is explaining this verse here. Aradhata. Like that. So Indra is explaining why this has happened. It has happened because of your devotional service which you have done for 1 year. And Indra is glorifying the devotional service for her. Like that. So, initially she performed sacrifice to kill Indra because she was having enmity and envy towards Lord Indra. Okay. But now she is having good feeling with the Indra when Indra also explained. So now Diti and Indra, they are having very good mutual understanding. Okay. All their enmity and envy has gone. So once I was asking a question to Radhesham Prabhu that if two devotees, suppose they had a fight because they had some misunderstanding and because of that they have decided to keep a distance, not to talk with each other. But how our scriptures, they are going to intervene? Because this tendency will be there. They are keeping distance. But when they will again come together, what's the possibility? That question I asked. So Prabhuji gave very beautiful answer. He said that one devotee is here, another devotee is here. Okay, when both the devotees, they will advance in bhakti, they will come to Uttam level. He is coming to Uttam level. This devotee is also coming to Uttam level. When these both devotees are at the Uttam and Uttam level, then the enmity and envy will get evaporated and they can continue their devotional service against each other. That's a beautiful answer. So here we also say here, in the pastime of Indra and Diti, both are having enmity and envy with each other, but because they practice, okay, this devotional service, rather Indra with the association of Diti, he is getting the benefit of devotional service and both are becoming at the Uttama level. So in this purport of 74, as we have seen, Srila Prabhupada tells that devotees should not aspire for material desire. Anya bilashota shunya jnana karmadi anavratam anukullesa krishnanu shilanam. That pure devotional service, or we should not desire for personal self gratification when we are on the path of pure devotional service. Pure devotional service should be only for the satisfaction of the Lord. If that is done, then Krishna gives all the opulences, including material opulences also. Krishna gives everything. But here question comes, as Prabhupada is saying, Anya Bhilashita Shunyam, that one should give up the material desire. But then how? Because we are full with material desire. When we come in front of the Lord, we are full with material desire. How can we give up material desire? Or even if we ask something to the Lord, we may not know whether it's material or spiritual. Correct, na? We may ask something, I want promotion in the job. Why? Because by that, if I get more money, I can practice peacefully in Pune and I can render more service. One may wonder, are you material or spiritual? Correct, na? So we get confused, bewildered many times whether our desire is material or spiritual. So to understand that, we understand the Prithu Maharaj example. Prithu Maharaj, when Lord Vishnu comes finally after with the behavior, by seeing the behavior of Prithu Maharaj, then Lord Vishnu asks, please tell me what benediction you want. And Prithu Maharaj gives a beautiful answer to that. He said, Vanmaya yadya janaisha khandito yadanya dashasta kritatmano buddha yatha chareta balahitam pita swayam tatha tvameva rasina samyutam. The translation is, my dear Lord, due to your illusionary energy, all living beings in this material world have forgotten their real constitutional position. And out of ignorance, they are always desirous of material happiness in the form of society, friendship, love. Therefore, please do not ask me to take some material benefit from you. But as a father, not waiting for son's demand, does everything for the benefit of the son. So please bestow upon me whatever you think best for me. Now, to reply to this, Prithu Maharaj gives a beautiful answer. Vishnu gives a beautiful answer. Maitre Vuacha Ityadirajan Nutasa Vishwadrik Tamarajan Mai Bhaktirastute Drishte Drishidhir Maite Krutayaya Maya Madiya Tarate Sadrishyatam. So, Lord Vishnu is saying that this material ocean is very difficult to cross. But my dear Prithu Maharaj, you are very intelligent, because Prithu Maharaj asks, what prayer? Please give what is best for me. This is one of the best prayer which we can request the Lord, because we don't know what is best for us. So if we say the Lord, please give what is best for me, which Prithu Maharaj is asking. And what best he is asking? He is asking that please engage always me in your devotional service. I am like a child, I don't know, you are like a father. And Lord is saying that Prithu Maharaj, you are very intelligent, you are very expert, and very intelligently you are express your desire that please give what is best for me. And I know I have to give only devotional service to you. So you will be always engaged in my devotional service. That's the blessing Lord gives. So real opulence, what Prabhupada is talking here in the purport, is about devotional service. If devotee engages continuously in the devotional service, he becomes more and more opulent, more and more valuable to the society. And this devotional service will not get destroyed at any time. Correct? Neha vikramana chosti pratyavayana vidyate swalpamapasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhat. Any endeavor on this path, devotional path, is no loss actually. So Lord says, if devotee is free from material desire, he gives more opulence to the material desire. Of course, but sometimes same opulence, if the devotee is not using for the Lord's service, same opulence drag him down to the material world. So here, at many cases, we say that devotee want nothing actually, but Krishna gives everything. And Srila Prabhupada tells here example in the purport of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, when the Lord comes and touches the conch shell to the head of Dhruva Maharaj, immediately Dhruva Maharaj understood his false motivation. He said, I was aspiring for broken pieces of glasses, but I want the devotional service to you. And we know when the this Kashyapa Muni gave Diti this difficult vow to complete. Similarly, Narada Muni also gave to Dhruva Maharaj this difficult vows to complete. They practice very difficult vows in the forest and other places like that. But purpose of these vows, both them, Kashyapa Muni and Narada gave, so that they can remember the Lord throughout they can intensify remembrance of the Lord. It is said like, Om apavitra pavitrava sarva avastha gatopima yas smareta pundarikaksham sa bhayam bhayantare suchi. Okay, one who remembers the Lord, automatically he gets purified externally and internally. So result of their vows, Dhruva Maharaj or Diti's vows, is that they got purified at their, by the order of spiritual master. So Kashyapa Muni tricked Diti. Similarly, Narad Muni also tricked Dhruva Maharaj so that they can practice this vow. So when Vishnu comes and touched the conch shell, Dhruva Maharaj said, okay, I don't want anything. But Lord knows what was the desire of Dhruva Maharaj. He wanted planet better than Brahmaloka. So Lord gives Dhruva Loka planet as well as poor devotional service. Double benefit, discount. Okay. Lord gives both pure devotional service, which is ultimate. He gives the best of best planet also. He gives, that's the beauty of the Lord. When we ask the Lord, please give what is best for me, He gives whatever we expect, whatever we could have desired, He gives always better than that. So here we see, like in Chaitanya Charitamrita also we see Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami path. They used to live under different trees. Okay, they were not having much followers, but they were carrying their deities, serving their deities nicely, and going one tree to another tree and writing the scriptures. So here they were given with a wealth of ecstatic love. That was their opulence. Like we say this, Rajamandra, he comes and he built a temple and assisted Rupa Goswami path, temple for Govinda Dev. Similarly, in Sanatan Goswami's case, our Ramdas Kapoor, he comes and he helps Sanatan Goswami to build a temple for Madan Mohan. And both of them, they got temple, all the opulence, all the follower. Even in case of Madhavendra Puri, he doesn't want anything, but all his devotees and disciple and follower, they gave everything. Even in the case of our dear Srila Prabhupada, when he went to USA, he was just having 40 rupees, $7, okay, and not knowing everything. He was not knowing anybody when he was about to go to US. So in few years, he established the temple at Mayapur, Vrindavan, Mumbai, and so much distribution of the book. Then the many palaces temple. He was traveling 14 times with the aeroplane. Do you think he asked the Lord these things when he was traveling on Jaladuta? No, he asked the Lord only two things. He said that make me puppet in your hand. And second, he said that please, I must reach to the heart of the people and I must touch the heart of the people. My words must touch heart of the people. He just asked these two benedictions. So devotee doesn't want himself anything for his sense gratification. And he doesn't feel proud for anything what he has, like that. So devotee is not afraid of losing material things in his life, but devotee is afraid of losing favor of the Lord. If devotee loses the favor of the Lord, that's a great loss for the devotee. So Krishna may give and take away the different things, but as we say here that akama sarva kamo and trivrena bhakti yogena, by the great force when we do devotional service, automatically all these desires will get evaporated in our devotional life. So here, as we say, Krishna tells in the Sukadeva Goswami gives beautiful answer with one of the shloka in the first canto that how devotees should get attached with the Lord actually. So he gives like beautiful answer, etan nirvivadya mananam. That means three categories he mentioned. One who has material desire, one is without material desire, and one is atmaram, self-satisfied. All these three categories, they should come and they should surrender at the lotus feet of the Lord by chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Slowly, when they are coming to the Lord and surrendering, slowly Lord will purify their desires, or sometimes he may make them frustrated in their attempts, and ultimately devotee get attached to the lotus feet of the Lord. So here free will is important. That means when we surrender our free will, Lord automatically takes the control of our devotional life and he tracks us to ultimate path. Srila Prabhupada also wrote many times in letters to the many disciples, because you are chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you don't have to worry. Lord will personally take you back home, back to Godhead. So here Kashyapa Muni, such a great devotee, he knows the power of Krishna. So as we have seen this, Diti has remembered and reduced in terms of envy and all other things. So Kashyapa Muni has become very pleased with the behavior of Diti. Sometimes doubt may come to us that suppose leader is there, but followers are getting diverted. Followers are fighting like that. Like Srila Prabhupada has created this beautiful temple. Why? So that we can practice our Krishna consciousness very nicely. We should create the facility. Why this temple hall is building so nicely? So that we can sit here, we can hear with rapt attention, we can focus on Krishna Katha. That's the ultimate purpose of this making hall this beautiful. Similarly, if we give suffering to the devotee, which are naturally going to come in the devotee's life, that's a disservice. Rather, we should create an environment just like this, where devotees can practice spiritual life very nicely. Once, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples, they were fighting about the room, and they wanted, I want this room with this marble, I want this room with this marble. He was so upset. He said, I'll take out this marble, rather I will sell it and I'll distribute the books. Like that. That was his pulse. That means if the fight, envy, all these things are arises, then Krishna takes away all the opulence. Like that. So, as I said, we have a material desire, but should we continue our devotional life with the material desire? The answer which is given in the scripture is yes. to whatever or whomever we are preaching, whatever trust they are carrying on Lord Krishna, we should not break their trust. Let them come and surrender with the material desire. And slowly, the material desires will get evaporated. Sometimes we see somebody with material desire, with some opulence, we become envious and we may start losing faith. I thought this devotee is like that, but he is with all these desires. No. We have a formula of Guru Sadhu Shastra, which should continue our faith in our devotional life, rather than becoming envious that devotees. We should associate, read Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam regularly. Rather, instead of losing our faith, we should develop the wisdom by which we can gain the faith and we can hold on this path of devotional life. Therefore, our most important thing is that one should struggle to remove the material desire. That means we don't want insincere devotees with material desire. Rather, we want sincere devotees who are struggling to remove the material desires. Because that struggling will please the Krishna more and more. Here we see in the pastime of prayers of Vratrasura also, Nanaka Prushta, in that prayer, Vatrasura is praying, I don't want any heavenly planets, Brahmaloka or liberation or anything. What I want actually, I want the place at your lotus feet. And there the Narottam Das Thakur prayer, Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavad, Tandere Charana, that I want in the association of devotees maximum, so that I can purify my consciousness. So here we can see Indra, when it is behaving like that, we see there is no logic, because he is captured by the lust, anger and greed very much. And we can see this, Indra is acting like this in many pastime, in the pastime of Prithu Maharaj, in the pastime of Govardhan, that he is acting differently somehow. He is not acting properly in the line. And he is making mistake, again asking sorry and continuing the same. And Lord also rescuing him again and again. Even in the case of Vamanadev pastime, it begins with Indra is riding on the elephant and his Durvasa Muni was there. And Durvasa Muni thought, I'll give this garland to Indra as a mercy. And he gives garland to Indra. But Indra doesn't feel any value. He took the garland and whirled around and threw it on the Airavat elephant. So elephant is an animal. What he has done? He took that garland, crushed at his feet. Now who has given the garland? Durvasa Muni. He became so wild and angry. He said, my God, if he is doing like this for mercy, let me give him curse. By that only he will understand better way. So again Indra lost everything and whole pastime of this Mohini Murti took place. The pastime of Vratrasura, how it has begun. Indra was sitting in an assembly. Gandharvas some dance kar rahe. He was sitting with his wife Sachi. Brahaspati comes, his spiritual master. And he doesn't pay any attention to Brahaspati. Brahaspati got offended. And he said, yes, I have to teach him lesson. Again, Indra lost everything. Again, he has to fight, and again, whole pastime is there to get his position and everything. That means Indra is doing same mistake. He is like at many places, in many stories of Bhagavatam, he is the base actually. So Lord is teaching through Indra, because Indra is an exalted devotee to the Lord actually. So here we say that Indra, when he saw that Mother Diti has given birth to the children, and all children are empowered with devotional service. And he says that because you have practiced devotional service, my dear mother, they have got benefited and they have become the devotees of the Lord. So all this called as a Marutas, and he takes them back to the, we can say, to his heavenly planets. So, just to end in last 3-4 minutes, how we can develop the spiritual desire. Okay, when we come and take darshan in front of the Lord, automatically Lord is actually more eager to glance on us. As soon as Lord is glancing on us, it creates the spiritual desire within us. When we come next time to take the darshan of the Lord, He maintains our spiritual desire. When we come next time again to take darshan of the Lord, He fulfills our spiritual desire. That means when we come in front of the Lord again and again, again and again, again and again, He creates, He maintains and fulfills our spiritual desire. Double underline. So therefore, expert devotee, what we see in this word, Swartha Kushala, expert devotee. Kushala means expert. Prabhupada translate this. Like we see the example of Prahlad Maharaj. When Narsingadeva asked Prahlad, what you want? Prahlad said, I am not a businessman. I don't want anything. Okay, but I am suffering because I see these people are suffering. So I want to take their sufferings. And you give liberation to my father. Prahlad is saying. If you see the example of Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 22 marketplaces. Still he has forgiven all these people. And when Lord asked in Mahaprakash Lila, what you want? He said, I don't want anything. Even if I take a birth as a dog in the family of Vaishnava and eat the remnants, I'll be happy. That was his prayer. Kolavet Shridhar, when Lord is asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what do you want? He said, I don't want heavenly planets. I don't want anything. I want that everyday small Nimai to come at my banana leaf shop and everyday bargaining happen. That was his desire. Pratrasurat pastime, Lord is asking what you want. He said, I don't want anything. I want place at your lotus feet. Vasudev Datta, Lord asked, what you want in the Mahaprakash Lila? Vasudev Datta said, all these living entities, they are suffering. They are making their sin and karma and all those things. Let their reactions fall on my head. Can you imagine what a level of Vasudev Datta? And when Lord understood, it really moved the heart of Lord. And Lord Chaitanya, he really felt like he has thousands of mouths to glorify Vasudev Datta. The day will come, the Lord will glorify us with the thousands of mouths. We have to understand that, yes, we have pleased the Lord. That's the example which set us in front of us. Lord Shiva also tells that devotee who takes inconvenience and sacrifice for the sake of others, he is considered very expert. But dear Srila Prabhupada, when we went on Jaladuta to the Boston airport, airport is very posh, Boston port, ports are very dirty generally, very rough people. Prabhupada was not knowing who will come to receive at the night time there. So he has not prayed to the Lord, let someone should be there to receive me, make some arrangement there. No. He just prayed, okay, make myself as a Katputli and make my words touch the heart, like that. And Lord, who is intelligent, is saying Yogakshemam Vahamyam, that he carries whatever we lack and gives everything whatever we have. Another example is Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur has done very menial service to spiritual master, removing every day early morning the urine and stool of the spiritual master of Loknath Goswami. Loknath Goswami was not knowing who is removing every day. One day he hid himself and he saw. And when he saw Narottam is removing, he said, why are you doing this? He said, this is the only service I have. Narottam Das Thakur aspiring the initiation. Formally there was no initiation initially, but when he rendered such a menial service, it had touched the heart of Loknath Goswami. So what he was expecting, he was just expecting this menial service from the Lord. So here we see there are blessings in our life also. We should learn to count the blessings in our life rather than blaming the situations in our life. Then slowly we become more and more purified. So to summarize, we learned the 4 lessons from the Indra. Of course, from Diti, we learned the lessons. He has rendered wonderful devotional service. But from the Indra also, we learned 4 lessons. The first, we learned in this pastime how Diti was protected and her children were protected by the Lord. Okay. Second, Indra was transformed by her association, by Diti's association. And he realized that he has no power to harm the children because these children were protected by Lord Krishna. And third, he understood, of course, he understood he is a fool, that for the time being he is a fool. Then he realizes Diti's greatness, Krishna's greatness, and he realizes he is fool and his stupidity. That is the third lesson. And fourth is that Indra's misconceptions were got smashed. That was. Because devotee can act independently, but while acting independently, okay, he should not become completely independent also. Okay, like the example is Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said to Srila Prabhupada, whenever you get money, you print books and preach this message in the Western world in the English language. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he never told you go to buy Jaladuta, you go to Sumati Morarji, you meet Malti Mataji, you meet you 26nd Avenue, you go there, you preach. He did not tell all the details, Jhansi and all those things. Prabhupada used his intelligence. Whatever God-given intelligence is there, whatever creativity was there, Prabhupada uses that. And he is using in the service. Similarly, in our college preaching, university preaching, whenever we preach to the boys, okay, we have to see what they are lacking, like the prasadam, we have to arrange the seminars, some festivals for them. Sometimes feast also we keep idli, dosa, pizza, so that they get attracted more and more to the devotional service. So Srila Prabhupada wanted us to be independently thinking, not robots, but in line with the authority. He said, philosophically, it's a philosophical speculation and mental speculation. He said that, yes, Krishna is God, but we should not say why Krishna is God and whether he is a really God or not. That we should not go to that level. Like Giriraj Maharaj also, when asked Srila Prabhupada, that Prabhupada, how our organization will continue? Prabhupada gave two answers, by intelligence and organization. That means as a devotee, we have so much responsibility to become expert in our responsibility so that we can lead this movement ahead. Now to summarize, what is a practical application for this in our life? So there is a beautiful shloka in the Bhagavad Gita, Atha chittam samadhatu nakshaknosi mai stiram abhyasa yogene tato mama ichha patu dhananjaya. So here we chant every day 16 rounds and we follow 4 regulative principles. Correct na? Here also the word comes ichha nichantim api, that ichha. Okay, desire. Prabhupada is writing that word ichha as desire. So atha chitta, chitta means mind, samadhatu, fixing our mind. Na shokshati mai sthiram. Mai means me. Sthiram means steadily fix. Abhyasa yogena means like by practice of devotional service. But chanting 16 rounds and 4 regulative principle is not sufficient. Krishna is telling here. One more thing is required, that is longing for Krishna, longing for Krishna Prem, longing for that devotional service. That is required. And what is that word here? Mama Ichchapatu Dhananjaya. Mama Ichchapatu. You have to develop that desire to attain me, Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. So when these 3 things are there, 16 rounds, chanting the holy name, 4 regulative principle, and longing, desire to attain Krishna. If 3 combinations are there, then automatically we can also develop the desire to attain Krishna Prem, and slowly all our material desires will evaporate, which is mentioned here in this shloka. So with this, I'll conclude. I already crossed 5 minutes. I'm very sorry. So any questions or any comments? Okay. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai.